Who never will sell their soul? Who is stuck in the doors of hell? Who cannot be controlled? We 3 trolls, we 3 trolls. Who goes to the grass and all on an evening stroll? We 3 trolls, we 3 trolls. The world famous comedy store does not endorse no condone the words of We 3 trolls.
I'd love to be drunk right now. I don't know about anybody else. I'm about to get into coffee. I think I said that last week.
You want some of this?
That's not coffee.
No, I know. It's just curious if you want it.
I need a stimulant, and it has to be something mild like weed.
I love coffee. I drink it every morning. Fucking love it.
You guys don't ever crash? I think you both drink coffee. But you guys don't ever crash?
No, if you drink black coffee, you don't crash. You just need...
Oh, yeah. Actually, I don't drink it with sugar anymore. I usually, or cream. I drink it either with just stevia.
That's what I do. Stevia or black.
Or black. I like it black. It's fine.
Stevia. That sounds like one of those antihistamines that you take, but it also makes you shit.
Yeah.
Like, it'll make you can
or the opposite.
Again. It will make you shit all the time.
It'll make you have a leaky asshole.
Dude, one of the funniest...
Like Olestra. Or whatever it was.
One of the funniest things I've seen in recent memory, they were talking about the number one complaint of getting the vaccine was that people said it hurt. It pricked them. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, yeah, that's the number one complaint of every time.
Dude, I thought
why
that was the exact same thing. Why don't you talk about the fact
that people's faces are paralyzing as a result of this?
Temporarily.
Temporarily. You're only temporarily ugly.
Well, for some people, that's they're always ugly. Like, what if it made them better looking?
Let them all get cerebral palsy, whatever the fuck it's called, and have your face drip down to your fucking knees. I don't care.
Yeah, the disease for the most of us is not that big a deal anyway. So it's like, I'm not concerned.
Than I am of getting COVID, to be honest.
100%.
Why would I even bother? You still have to wear a mask no matter what.
That's the part that's the worst part of it.
Nothing in life changes. You're just making pharmaceutical companies more rich. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck big pharma. Like, no, you're helping them. You're taking it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, people have been saying fuck big pharma forever, and then the minute they get the chance to fucking suck pharma's dick,
Remember
they do.
Monsanto?
Which is just like every person.
Bill Gates owns it, motherfucker. What about
now?
he
owns
Where's
all that
Neil
pharma.
Young now?
Yeah.
Why aren't you writing a fucking album about Bill Gates, Neil Young? You wrote one about Monsanto or whatever. Get the fucking update it. Yeah.
He got Neil old.
No one, yeah, exactly. How did it go? No one heard that song. Even I didn't hear that song. I didn't know of it.
I made it up.
Oh, cool. Neil Young's jamming with The Promise of the Real now? What the fuck is The Promise of the Real? Remember when you used to jam with Crazy Horse? Can't you just jam with your old friends? Why do you have to pollute new music too, Neil? Dude, Neil Young sucks.
Why am I thinking of Neil Diamond?
Neil Diamond rules. Totally Jewish, written like 5 Christmas classics that we hear on the radio every fucking year.
He knows where the money's at, man.
Neil Diamond, there's a reason why he got that name.
He knows how to make money.
He making diamonds.
Yeah, Jews wrote a bunch of those. There's a few Jews that wrote a bunch of those songs.
Do you know that song, There's a Spirit in the Sky?
Yeah.
It's all about like, we're gonna go meet Jesus because he's our friend. It's written by a Jewish guy. Dude, hardcore Jewish guy. It's really funny to think about this guy. This guy writing this like super pro-Christian song and just being like, yeah, I'm going to rake this in.
Dude, that's why I never buy it when people say like, oh, all the artists, the old artists were all like God-fearing Christians. Like they painted all this God art, and it's like, well, whoever's writing the check, dude. Like who? Who do you think had the money? The fucking church had the money, so they're the ones. There weren't random dudes being like, hey, you know, I've got a 10,000 square foot structure with a super high ceiling. Will you paint it for me? Like, no one was around to do that. Only the monarch Or whoever was like the religious leader, which is often the same person.
And then all the artists were
Like,
pervs, and they were just
Yeah,
painting
yeah.
baby dicks everywhere.
That's true.
Oh, you want me to paint your ceiling? It's got baby dicks all over it now, son.
Maybe that's the
Didn't
request.
the eventually take like years to finish?
Oh yeah,
He was like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna take
dude,
my
but that's
time."
crazy. Like he was sitting on his back on top of a gigantic scaffolding all fucking day. Like it's mind blowing, actually, what that guy accomplished.
Who
So
did
the
that?
first
Who did it?
songs, from
Who
Neil
did the-
Diamond
Oh.
are talk about man of God, then plays it live. Neil Diamond leaves a little room for God. That's number 2. And then Neil Diamond, Pretty Amazing Grace. That's the third one. That's
That's so
hilarious.
funny.
I mean, a popular Christian song, and he's a Jewish. I had no idea he was a Jew. That's funny. Well, there you go.
Why don't Jewish people ever name themselves things like Neil Rusty Wooden Fence? Why diamond? Why gold? You know what I mean? I'm just
Well,
being facetious.
yeah, it's
Stage name. It's
the-
great stage
the,
name.
that's true
That
though.
Harvey
That
Morgan.
that is a good stage name, Diamond.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be the
Like,
fucking the top,
you're the
top
yeah.
dog up here.
You invoke value into your name.
Yeah.
You know, I shouldn't have gone with Wub. You know, I should have chosen something else.
I don't know. You're lucky that we got all the wub puns out of our system in like 2013.
That's
'Cause
true.
Every time wub would get brought to the stage, you'd be like, "Wubba dub dub."
Oh my God!
What's
Seriously.
wub got to do with it?
Oh yeah. Whenever I introduce myself to someone, somehow I learned this. I don't know how I learned this. It became a habit.
Yeah.
Where when they say their name to me, I say, "My name is Wub." As opposed to just when they say their name and I
Yeah.
go Wub,
Yeah.
because then all they hear is what, and then they just say their name again, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
I went with Rose because anytime I would say my name is Rozafa, they're like, "Oh, Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa." This is when Lion King was younger.
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Just call me Rose. It's easier."
yeah.
And now I get,
Yeah.
"That's my grandma's name. That's my daughter's middle name." It's such a common middle name or a
Yeah.
old lady name. Like,
Yeah.
Or I think of Rose McGowan, which is like a cold person and dated, what's his face? You know?
She was so hot when she was younger than us.
Yeah,
was
she
younger.
was.
When
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson got her, I was like, "You lucky bastard."
Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
did I
everybody
know.
was.
Little did I know. God, imagine like, what is it like when Rose McGowan and Marilyn Manson go to Ralph's? Like, what is it like when they just do normal stuff? Like, what is that like?
I don't understand. Yeah, I never understand like how goth
body
people
experience for them.
live.
Yeah, you just like
Like
that
the
all the time?
super goth.
Yeah,
Like
the
not
piercings in
just
their
your
fucking faces and
I
shit.
wear, fucking black nail polish and like, black clothes. But the ones who are like fucking wearing everything, like the full on makeup, just like white faced. You know.
It's a lot of effort.
Like, yeah.
And then you
Yeah,
gotta
you're
try to
dressing
pretend
like
to be
a
hard.
clown every
You're
day.
dressing like a
Yeah.
mime.
And it's
You're dressing like a
automatically
mime.
negative.
Yeah, I wish they.
totally.
Well, mostly, at least they're not really talkers, right? It's not like they come up and bother you. That's the thing about goth people, just sort of sit there bothering you from afar with their appearance.
Now there's the hot goth where they have like
Yeah.
the tattoos
And they listen
work
to
out
listen
like
to
crazy.
rap. They don't
Those
listen
aren't.
to goth
I
music.
doubt those people are
We were
really
thinking
goth.
of the '90s fat
Like,
goth with the
yeah.
Jinko jeans.
I
like
love
all
those
that.
girls.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
Insane
me?
clown posse type people.
They got their personality from
Like in
Daria.
between.
I'm
Nah.
Daria.
I want some
Sarca-
insane,
Slipknot.
I'm fluent sarcasm.
Yeah. Slipknot and all that shit. Yeah.
insane clown pussy.
All about letting those guys
ICP,
hit the floor.
you know me.
Well, can I tell you of one of the 2 times I almost got into violence this week?
Yes, please.
Okay, first time was driving right here to this podcast recording. I don't even really want to talk about this too much, but I mistaken. Basically, when you get off the Hollywood exit, you get on
By
the
all
ho-
the
you get
homeless people.
yeah, you get on the Hollywood Boulevard. It just turns into one street. I guess they're doing construction or something. I didn't see this, obviously.
Looks
I
like
don't-
Thriller set with all
Dude,
the
it's
fucking
rough.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
rough.
yeah.
But anyway, so now it's also an obstacle course.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't live here. I don't know that. So I basically kind of cut a guy off, and then I waved him in, like no big deal, right?
Yeah.
We didn't hit each other. You honked, and I just waved him in. He went ballistic and started screaming at me. So
Do you think your wave was like you flipping him off or something?
I don't know. I don't know. This is California, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on in anyone's mind around here when they do anything. So he like starts screaming at me. I was like, well, I will not tolerate this. So I just slide in front of him, and I'm like, ha ha ha. Flipping him up from the back. Like, you're back there now, motherfucker. He gets up right behind me, parks his car, gets out, and starts screaming at me through the window. Now, I just start laughing because this is hilarious. I've never lived anywhere but California where people do shit like this. I've had people get out of their car and yell at me as if I'm going to fight you.
Have you ever been to New York?
No, in fact, I would never drive in New York for that reason, dude. For that reason. Anyway, so I just start laughing at it, and then I start going, huh? I can't hear you. I have a little bit, huh? And then I see this Asian couple in the car across the way. They're like horrified, and I just go, what's this guy's problem? They have no idea that I caused the problem, I guess. But the fucker followed me all the way over here. That's like, that's 20 blocks or some shit. He followed me into the neighborhood. Lord. So I got to the house.
You're like trying to lose him.
Yes.
Swerving everywhere.
Yes. I got to your house. He's still behind me. I said, well, they can't find out where we live. I have to keep going.
What if he's waiting by your car when you leave?
Oh, no, he won't be. He's a pussy. Guess what? I parked in the red lane and then
I
grabbed my, which Scientology? I grabbed my mace, and I just got out of the car and was like, get out of the car now! Come on, you pussy! And he just drove away. It really gets under my skin. You wanted to start a fight. Here's your chance. Now you're going to fucking drive away. Now you're in a hurry. You followed me through a fucking neighborhood. What the fuck's wrong with you? That was the most recent time I almost got into fisticuffs. And then this past week, I can't even believe this happened. And I want to say this entire world is filled with retards who don't know what the fuck's going on. So a guy on meth. I didn't realize this, but he might have been sleeping in our building somewhere. And that was the guy I kept hearing that was yelling in the middle of the morning. Yeah. He got into the power box, and he turned all the power off from my building. And there's like a building across the way, and I could hear music. I was like, "Oh fuck!" So for the first 10 minutes,
a homeless gremlin or something.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Just irritating. Just being irritating. So for the first 10 minutes he was out there, I was.
They sneak into electronics.
But the first time he was out there, I was like, I didn't even know people were out there. I was like, I forgot to pay my bill. What the fuck? Do I have to I was like digging through my old bills and mail. Yeah. So that was brilliant. Because I always thought, if they ever come to the house, I'm going to threaten him or fight him. It's like, no, dude, they got it already on tap, dude. Yeah. They're going to fuck with you. Yeah. But the part that really gets under my skin is that no one from the building put a lock on it. They still didn't put a lock on it. Guy turned off our power, and you still didn't put a fucking lock on it.
That's crazy.
You deserve whatever bad stuff happens to you.
Yeah.
You fucking retards. 99% of it is retards leaving their doors unlocked, retards leaving their window rolled down in their car, retards leaving a fucking computer on the seat in front.
I just heard on the way over here, 73% of the fires the fire department is putting out are homeless encampment fires. That's what we pay for. 73%.
That's insane.
Holy
shit.
Sounds
like a failed state to me. I mean, honestly, it's like, thank God we had palm trees and sunshine, because can you imagine if we were Illinois doing this bullshit?
Yeah.
Or Indiana, I don't know, any state. Kansas doing this would be, it's a shame. It's a fucking shame. It really is. You know?
Yeah, dude, I've been calling it Koreatown and North Koreatown. It's like these shanty town encampments and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they're like, it's because the rent's high. Trust me.
That's not why, dude.
The rent is high.
It's because the weather is nice.
They're high.
And they offer the benefits.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. They have phones. They can listen to our fucking podcast.
I hope they are.
I went to the grocery store. Just walking right through the door, I just heard this guy getting kicked out, cussing, acting crazy, methed out. Okay, walk further. Not even halfway into the store yet. Haven't put anything in the cart yet. Another one walks in with a cart this time. Mm-hmm. He must have just got his EBT money, because he's fucking this, talking to himself, putting shit in his cart, and I'm just like, how? Oh, this is insane. I'm like, how is it that I can leave my house and I have to fucking interact with these people. Like, I don't want to interact with them.
Oh, hell no.
Where do I live? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, where do I live? Because anywhere else, nobody has to deal with this stuff. There's, like we were talking before, there's no 1-800 number for victims of, like, homeless people beating the fuck out of you. Like, it happened to me.
There should be a Oh, dude, someone just... I was doing comedy last night, and somebody on stage mentioned that they had... I think it was fucking... well, whatever, it doesn't matter. That he just got, like, cold clocked by a homeless dude.
Happens all the time.
Just, like, from behind.
Oh, cool.
Happens all the time, yeah.
Cool. All right.
Did you see that guy in New York where there was a videotape of him? He had a blade, and there was this girl just walking by, and he just comes up and, like, cuts her from behind the head. Like, it was insane, dude. Like, just out of nowhere. Just huge knife. Huge dude, too. Huge black dude. I'm like... How fucking terrifying is that? You just mind your business and you just get attacked. Then where do you go?
This reminds me of a funny article I saw. Where, dude, our media is just evil.
Yeah.
Where it's a picture of a black guy and he's smiling in his mugshot. So you don't need to know anything more about what a dirtbag this guy is. He's like laughing that he's in jail. Yeah. But there's a picture of him, and then the headline says, "Man attacks numerous lighter-skinned women." It was a black guy attacking white people.
That's hilarious. That is the way they worded that is so funny. By the way, the guy that attacked me was white. You couldn't tell
most of the homeless people
so
are
dirty.
white here. Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, that's so funny. It's just, like, it doesn't matter. There's no number. There's nothing to call. But when you go look up for homeless people... They have all kinds of groups to help them.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, they do. I'm sure the homeless women get raped all the fucking time. I'm sure they get beat up.
Oh, well, don't do drugs all day outside.
Yeah?
You know what? I've never been raped. It probably has a connection with me not doing drugs with dirt bags outside all fucking day.
That's an urban myth.
It's not true. That just don't make no sense.
Dude, I wanted to mention something that I had heard, I don't know, about, how we were watching the Tonight Show set, right, the other day of that chick. Mm-hmm. So this is what I found out about how they do the comedy now there. They rely on the comedian to completely supply the entire, like, set or whatever.
What?
Give them
a tape of their set?
Yeah.
Essentially, so she just had a party on a roof.
Or whatever it was that it was.
Okay.
You know.
That makes a lot more sense.
Like,
there's no live comedy anymore. There's no live
But that's crazy to me. How do you have that on the Tonight Show?
Because Jimmy whatever is a drunk, and he doesn't fucking care. He also was he even a stand-up, or was he just a Saturday Night Live?
I heard he was.
Did he even understand what it's like to go up and do jokes?
He did it at my college. Like, either the year I was there or the year after. But, you know what's funny? So this was in, like, 2001. Mm-hmm. A girl I was dating was still going to school there, but I had gone back to California. And she was, like, part of, like, some organization, you know, for the students or whatever group that, like, chooses entertainment that goes on in the year. And... this was back in Napster days. So, like, I had downloaded totally at random Mitch Hedberg's Strategic Grill Locations album. And I was like, this is unbelievable, right? So she tried to get them to get Mitch to come to the school. And they, if I remember correctly, turned it down. So they had Jimmy Fallon on there, turned down Mitch Hedberg, one of the greatest.
They turned down Mitch Hedberg?
They turned down.
Oh, my God.
You're not factoring in this, though. College kids love Jimmy Fallon. College kids
what does Jimmy Fallon do, laugh at all the kids?
Dude, if the chick I was seeing would laugh at him, like, college kids are not going to laugh at Mitch Hedberg? Are you crazy?
I do think that they
so
would.
many of them would be smoking pot.
I do think they would. Dude, you don't know, like, Mitch Hedberg used to bomb all the fucking time. Like, even when... I
know. Because he did lots and lots of jokes, though.
Yeah.
So he was doing a lot of new stuff. So that's why he would bomb. And you know.
I don't think you and I would be appropriate for a college crowd either. George Carlin wasn't appropriate for colleges. There's people
like he would want to go to a college. I mean, maybe later
you want to make money. Yeah, it's a great way to make money, but
yeah.
they completely dictate what you can talk about.
Yeah.
The college does. And college kids are retards. They don't have life experience. So if you go up there and talk about, you know, dealing with other races, they don't even know what that's like. They're experiencing that shit for the very first time ever. I want to stop
and they're experiencing it
real quick and
through freaking their teachers and shit.
They're being
indoctrinated.
Yeah, by retards that have no sense of humor.
Yeah, and that teacher that's teaching them has been stuck in that system, that school system, their entire life. They know no other. They haven't had a real job outside of the school system.
Yeah, and actually their students are competition to them.
You know? Yeah, that's
students
what I'm saying.
Students are the competition.
So
they're not going to teach you anything. When I went to art school, I wanted to minor in graphic design because I was like, I can't make money as a painter. That's not even realistic.
Yeah.
And my advisor advised me against it because he didn't understand graphic design. He wanted to be a painter.
Right.
College is such a waste of time and money. Let's take a real quick break. I want to listen to this real quick.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready to start again? Start anew. Start fresh.
All right, say it all over again. Where did we start again?
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Something. I hate homeless people. I hope they all die. If coronavirus is real, they'd all be dead, but it's not. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it sucks because every time you have to go outside to do anything, walk your dog, get some money out of the ATM, go to the post office, you encounter many homeless people. Mm-hmm. It's not just like, they're not down on their luck. I'm so frustrated with this narrative, and how anyone can believe this narrative is just beyond me.
They're mentally ill and they're drug addicts.
They're down on our luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I train my dog to attack them. No, she just naturally doesn't like them.
She's smart.
She gets it. She gets it. She's like, don't even try to steal me, motherfucker.
They do that. They'll steal your fucking pet.
They will.
Like, that's just unconscionable. You steal someone's pet, that's someone's best friend. What the fuck's wrong with you? That pet is definitely someone's best friend. And that
or a bike. That's somebody's ride to get to somewhere.
Get to a job.
Yeah,
Maybe
to a
it's
job.
just their nice childhood that you just took off their whatever. Yeah. But by the way, these people that get their bike stolen, put it inside. What the fuck's wrong with you leaving it out in your driveway? Put it inside. Put it in the garage. Why do you think we have a garage?
Mm-hmm. People will go to great lengths, dude, to
take those bikes. Yeah. But these bikes are worth like $500.
Or they'll take
They're
a
like
tire.
$1,500 and shit. Yeah, the bikes
really
are tires are worth money.
Yeah.
Well, Taylor just left my bike out for a minute while he was gonna run out, and that's all it took. 2 seconds. I'm like, cruel. That's awesome.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Just bring it in. Where did he have to go?
I don't know. I'm still mad at him.
You have to always bring it in.
You guys made me bring that shit up now. Now I'm mad at it again.
My dumbass friend
I'm all mad
left
all
his
over
bicycle tied outside the Hollywood Hotel for 2 days. And when he came back, it was nothing. It was just the frame attached to the thing. Yeah. They took every fucking thing off of it except the frame.
You know the saddest thing I saw when I lived in Venice? It was a tricycle. That was a tricycle. I could tell that. That was like tied to this pole. And it was missing all its parts. And I was like, this is so sad. It was just like the frame. I'm like,
that is
and
perfect.
It was looked like an old antique tricycle. I was like, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Yeah, when you find yourself stealing from children, doesn't it make you just think, I might need to quit or slow down?
Yeah.
This is awful what I'm doing. What the fuck am I doing stealing from children?
Getting back at their childhood. I always wanted a red tricycle.
But it's the same with that fucker who turned the power off. Oh, I forgot to say this part too.
That's actually pretty funny.
While he was turning it off, he's like, okay, I'm sorry. I did some sex stuff with Darnell. All right? I'm sorry. Tell Darnell I'm sorry. They had someone else not address the situation. I was going to run out there and be like, yeah, I'm Darnell's friend, and you butt fucked him. You need to get the fuck out of here before Darnell gets here.
That's so funny. He's like confessing he's gay or something. It's so funny.
Well, I'll tell you,
he had to do it for them drugs, man.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Are you gay or just a drug addict?
Gay for pay.
Yeah. Dude, I saw a car confrontation between two ladies just a couple days ago. I don't know what it was about.
Wait, can we guess their race?
There's more than one.
Okay, there's 2 of them.
White and black.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the one who
whites.
was not. No, there was one black woman with blonde hair, and then who I feel like if you see a black woman with blonde hair, that's like looking at a white woman with like dyed red hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a warning.
Right, it's
Absolutely.
very vibrant.
Like,
she's going through a breakup. She had to get the white wave.
Yeah. So she was one girl, and she was definitely pissed off, and she was in front. The other girl was in the back, and I don't know what they were arguing about because I was trying to pull around to get into a turning lane, and, because I was late for.
You were
something.
trying to get to the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. Needed to get some hate fuel.
Yeah, I'll buy both.
I think
these
in that
for
neighborhood
you.
it was probably Popeyes, but
Louisiana fried chicken, actually, dude. It's
actually,
not
there
even
is one
not even nice enough for
right
Popeyes.
near there. Mm-hmm. There is one right near there.
We know you're
Which
just
I like.
we know you're
I
just
love.
copping Popeyes, motherfucker. Louisiana
Just
fried
cheaper?
chicken.
I like
You know where else ain't
Louisiana.
fried chicken in Louisiana? Popeyes.
Yeah.
You thieves.
Yeah. So I don't know. It looked like the girl who was either white or Mexican was the one in back. I don't know. I'm not sure if she had a child that she was holding or something. It looked
Or
like
a
there was
fupa.
another person.
It was a fupa.
She could have just been fat, you know. She was holding something, some extra weight.
Yeah.
And then the other lady. And at some point in the argument, because once I passed them, I was just looking in my rearview mirror. Mm-hmm. But I saw the black lady go back to her car, which I assumed she was going to just go back to her car and get in and go. Like they had finished the argument. Mm-hmm. But that's not what happened at all. She popped the trunk and then started walking back to her trunk. And then the other lady quickly got in her car and somehow drove out of the area and took off.
She getting a bat or a gun?
I don't know what was in the trunk because I was further, I'm looking at
Maybe it was just a Quentin Tarantino Pulp Fiction-like mystery. She opened the trunk and there was a bunch of gold bars. Yeah.
Or somebody tied up in the trunk. One of the two.
Yeah.
But the angle would have to be from out of the...
But
from the trunk's point of view.
There could have been any, amount of weapon in that trunk.
Oh.
Like, the minute you see the trunk pop open, like, you should get the hell out of there. And that lady was smart to get in that car very quickly and get out.
I got chased off the freeway one time, and I was telling Taylor this story. And he followed me like all over Sherman Oaks. And then I stopped at a red light and he stopped behind me and got out and he had a crowbar. And I was just like, well, fuck this red light. And I just zoomed right through it. But I remember watching him from the rearview mirror and he looked so sad that he wasn't going to get to smash my face in with that crowbar. He looked like a little kid like, oh, fuck. So close.
Yeah.
Dude, there's something wrong with the fucking state of California that this is commonplace. I'm telling you, I've never lived somewhere else where people jump out of their car to threaten you. What the hell is wrong with you?
But they might.
The weather's so nice here; it almost doesn't make sense.
Well, around here they just do it to scare you, but they have no intentions of actually fighting. Because once you actually,
they flake on killing you.
They have. They've done it a million times to me.
I saw pop up in the trunk. I think had some intentions.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
She was just trying to. The other girl didn't want to call her bluff. She's like, I'm good.
No, she was like, I'm out of here.
You know what? In a situation like that, I toss out the N-word just to see what happens. Let's see how serious you are about beating me up, motherfucker.
Well, in that neighborhood, there'd be about 5 people getting out of cars.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I call them faggot, obviously. Faggot gets so much results, actually, when you want to really irritate either a heterosexual man or a man who's gay but can't accept it or whatever. You just be like, yo, man, you're gay. What the fuck? I'll fucking kill everyone in the 7-Eleven right now. I'm not gay. I have to kill you to prove it.
I saw some video of some dude who came up to a dude's car. He's like, I will fuck your ass or something. The guy's like, sounds pretty gay. And he was like, all right. Like you got me, and then he just like
Why, 'cause
went
he was
back
so
to his
upset
car. He was so mad. It was
Yeah.
like I don't know what the confrontation was,
That's
but just
hilarious.
So
like,
angry, I have to
Fuck your ass.
fuck you in the asshole. I've never been that angry.
Was it like a foreigner or something?
No, it was just
Yeah,
it
'cause
was some
sometimes
white
I don't
dude, like a
understand the
total like
lingo.
just equal bro-y type of guy,
Yeah.
and that's why it was so funny.
Yeah.
Because the guy like the
That is
dude was
hilarious.
so chill in the truck to be like, sounds pretty gay, man. Like,
Do you guys ever watch? I watch these compilation videos. They're called Road Rage compilation.
God.
But it is kind of similar to this, where people there's no real problem on the road. They just freak out for whatever. I don't know what's going on in their life before they got to that moment, but it's bad. Whatever's happening, because it's not normal to freak out and get out of your car for any reason on a busy motorway. Like, no one does that. It's just not done. It's not done, dude.
Just somebody going crazy. They've probably been stuck in the car. They're going crazy, and they're just,
yeah,
cherry on top. The worst day ever, and then this fucking asshole.
Dude, and also when
Fucks with you.
when people
never
are
know
mad and
what's
you laugh
going
at them,
on in somebody's life,
Touche.
and they could be at like 11 by the time you've even got there.
Yeah.
So like whatever minor infraction you did might be
Yeah,
the fucking
they
falling
flip
down, Michael Douglas
Yeah.
point. Great movie, by the way.
Excellent
Falling
movie.
Down.
Falling down?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
it's awesome. I mean, it's not really that great, but it's awesome.
Isn't it-
If you live in
it's not-
LA,
it's not
you
amazing,
relate to
but
it so
yeah.
much. You're like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Is it him flipping out on people?
Yeah, what puts him over the edge is he goes into like a McDonald's type place and asks for breakfast. And he's like, I'm sorry, it's 10:32. We don't serve breakfast anymore. He's like, you don't serve breakfast? I see breakfast behind the counter being prepared. Oh, those people got their order in before 10:30. He's just like, all right, I have to kill everyone.
Yeah, he
But
like
it's totally
finally-
relatable, dude. It's
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
Like you are so powerless that stealing breakfast from me, like my inability to order breakfast, is like you need to do that to feel
No,
better.
we should pay them more. We should pay them $15 an hour so they could stay there with
course.
benefits and paid vacation,
They
because
deserve
that's what
it.
people who put orders into a computer. No, you're supposed to move out of that. That's for teenagers and fucking ex-meth heads, whatever.
You
The
could move
elderly.
out of that if you stayed with it yourself for 6 months or a
Right.
year.
Right.
You would
It's not supposed to be long term.
You would immediately move up if any one of us did some mindless McDonald's whatever job, right?
Mm-hmm.
We would move up the chain,
Immediately,
at a
yeah.
regular pace.
Yeah.
As long as you're not a just complete fuck up, they need people who can basically do very simple shit. This shit comes in, you put it together like this, and you move it out.
Right.
And then you count the money as it comes in.
That's it. You even got to count
It's
money.
And then
not-
you fuck the lady that works the register.
Yeah.
And then you end up fucking the night lady that works the register. Now you're assistant manager and they can't do anything to stop you.
That's
You're
right.
fucking everyone that works there.
Hell yeah.
I have to take a piss really bad.
Yeah.
So we're at 4:30 right now. Is it
Yeah.
about time for us to wrap up?
Yeah, I got 3 minutes till my ride's here.
Oh, you
Yeah.
Ubered already? Nice.
Why I scheduled it.
Oh,
And
smart.
then just told me he's 3 minutes away.
I'm dumb. I don't
Because
know how Uber works.
What's happening with Ubers now is the bids are getting higher and higher. So if you don't order it ahead of time, you're fucked. You're gonna be
Oh,
late
that's-
for work, and you're gonna pay $30 instead of $15.
Yeah.
But that's
It's not worth
smart on everybody's end then, because then that makes you commit to it,
You gotta
and
commit
they
to it.
know that
You're gonna get charged
you're-
no matter what. You're gonna
Yeah.
get charged at $5 or whatever if you don't show up.
Yeah, so they're gonna make money either
Yeah.
way.
Totally.
Fucking
Right.
corporations, man. We need less of them, man. Power to the people, man.
Yeah.
No, they just need to be less white.
Everything that you have, this microphone, a fucking white guy invented
A
this.
black lady actually
Uber
now.
should have a dating app tied into it called Ubermensch.
That'd be a good idea, actually.
That's a Superman Nazi. Anyway, we're done here.
Yeah.
Uber
Keep on
Uberman should be a
trolling.
killer name for a band, dude.
It
Don't
probably
feed
is.
the homeless.
Probably
You'd have to
a
be
fucking
really
German
heavy.
speed metal band.
You'd have to be really heavy to carry that weight, dude. You better be a fucking heavy, badass motherfucker. All right, thanks guys for listening.
Yeah.
And by the way, the comments are appreciated. We got a good one this past week on
read
YouTube.
It real quick?
Yeah, somebody.
I did kind of want to read it actually, but I don't have my YouTube handy.
You want me to pull it up?
He was talking about how some people do appreciate us talking about the homeless situation because they have to deal with it too, and they don't get to talk. So
Right.
I really appreciated this.
Let me see.
Because that's the whole point
Find
of our
it.
podcast.
Michael G.
Yeah, Michael G.
Is this? Oh, okay. I'm loving JPL's ongoing war against the homeless. It's maybe just half as bad here in Vegas, but it seems to worsen daily. A few weeks ago, I was in line at McDonald's at 3:30 a.m. I like the threes.
Yeah.
Already hating myself for craving a Big Mac at that hour. Then, to compound the misery, a pasty 30-something extra from Breaking Bad, read clearly a druggie, approached my window as I was rolling it down to order. Yes, at 3:30 a.m., I said no, then waved her away with an aggressively hostile gesture. Then, as I was ordering the food, the moron returned for round two. No, kick, misspelled because Google is Stalin. K-I-C-C. Yourself, please kick yourself. Then to the McDonald's employee, not you, sorry. McDonald's probably posted the video online with the title, White Supremacist Freaks Out Against Unfortunate Young Woman. We are donating $1 million to blank. Help end white supremacy in your neighborhood. Totally, right? That's, oh my gosh.
Dude, I once pulled up to
Thanks, Michael. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Michael G.
Yeah.
Whoever.
I pulled up to a Jack in the Box, and there were dueling homeless guys on either side begging for money. It was like, which one are you gonna fucking give to?
Dueling pianos,
fuck
dueling
that shit.
homeless pianos.
And mine, and dueling howling
Dueling
monkeys.
hobos.
Oh my God.
In my neighborhood, they serve the homeless people through the drive-through when they're just walking through. This is disgraceful.
People pay good money for that in Vegas. I used to work the sports bar. They had the dueling pianos. It was like they just did cover songs. It was always like.
Always Billy Joel, I bet.
Billy
Always
Joel.
Billy Joel and Elton John, and never anything else.
What else? No, Purple Rain, always.
Oh,
Ended
yeah.
it with Purple Rain. But yeah, it'd be funny to have homeless people doing that. I mean, I think the guy was a homeless guy. I think he slept in the fucking casino most of the time.
Nice.
He smelled like it anyway. I'm like, have you been home or have you been gambling all night and all day?
Hey, the last time you guys went to Vegas, did you eat at the Heart Attack Grill?
The what grill?
Do you know what I'm talking about? The Heart Attack Grill. I
No,
talked
we
to
took a
Taylor about this.
picture. I
'cause
wanted to.
The guy who owned that place died of a heart attack.
That one. I
Dude,
heard
their food
about
looked
that.
amazing. I'm like, hey, everybody's fat in there. We should get in there.
Yeah.
Dude was like,
that's the
no.
place you wanna
He's
go.
like, if you're over a certain weight, you get free French fries there.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
hilarious.
guy died. Fucking guy died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I,
I
for
love
one, am
it.
shocked.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It's kind of like Lou Gehrigt dying of Lou Gehrigt's disease. How did he not see it coming?
Yeah.
You would have told that
idiot.
joke every time he comes up. Do you remember the episode of The Sopranos where they talk
Now
about Lou
I
Gehrigt's
will.
disease? And Tony Soprano goes, "You gonna bring up that joke every time Lou Gehrigt comes up?" It's like, how often does Lou Gehrigt come up in conversation? Like ever?
know.
This
That's
happens
so
a
funny.
lot in the Sopranos world.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
All right.
All right,
Keep on
thanks
trolling.
guys.
Trolling.
Don't feed the homeless.
Feed the trolls.